Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Vani, for having me here today. It was a long flight from San Francisco, but I'm so glad to be here with you all today. It's always good to be back to the origins. I'm Priya Ramachandran. I do speak Kannada too, and so ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. And that said, it's indeed a journey for each one of us. And I'm going to just share like a very small story with you all. When my son was a year and a half, I got into this prestigious school called as INSEAD in Fontainebleau, France for my MBA degree. And while my husband was fortunate enough to go to do his MBA from UCLA when my daughter was a year and a half old, even though I had the greatest support of everyone in my own immediate family, when I shared with each and every one this great news of getting into a great school for an MBA with full scholarship, the first question that many people asked me was, how will Shekhar, who's my husband, manage the children? How are you going to be like managing, doing an MBA when you have two young children? While everyone asked this particular question, there was this amazing woman whom I would have met probably like 5 times in various meetings. She came to me and she asked me, hey, what a great news. How can I be of support to you, right? That was the moment when I truly got goosebumps and I thought for a second, all we need is that grit and perseverance and that one person who can ask you the question on, how can I support you, instead of asking, how are you going to be managing what you're going to be continuing? Keeping that in mind, I went, I did my MBA, and that's a very small thing that I learned from an amazing person that I take at a point in every single thing I do and every single day of my life. And the same door opened up when I had an opportunity to be like joining a top-tier fund or starting my own fund. Kirtika Reddy, who's an amazing friend of many of us over here, she just looked at me and said, what are you doing? You should go ahead and start your own fund. We are all here to support you. That is the kind of support and the ecosystem that we need. And that's the same kind of support that I got from Vani too. When I had a conversation back in Palo Alto, she just looked at me and said, how can I support you, right? And if each and every one of us here can just make that as a key point, along with our own personal grit, perseverance, of just taking a look at how are we going to be supporting our fellow women, we are going to be like creating a community together. And that's exactly where we need the power of R-naught effect, which has become very popular today after COVID. Let us go out, let us support each other, start asking the question on, how can I support you, instead of asking, how are we going to be like managing each other? Thank you.